Thank you for coming so quickly, champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has... Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance... The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Coldheart. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected, you have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they... I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader, and that's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party.
Watch yourselves, outsiders. Give us a good reason and the armatures will cut you down where you stand.
We'll burn you.
And shatter you.
Any questions? I didn't think so.
Silence, Thrush. Master Galerian, please continue.
My companion hopes to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
I have heard tales of this one. The Skull King favors the bold, even among his enemies. Come, champion, let us speak. I will stay your execution since you came all this way. But choose your words carefully. I'm not a patient king. Yes, well, I am both suspicious and curious. If you are an assassin, though, to fear death is to fear life. I am Nord. When my time comes, I will embrace it. Who? The three alliances? Has magical travel rattled your brain? Speak plainly. What do you ask of me? Where the All Flags army was born. If the other leaders agree, I will attend.
That went well, I think. Shall we move? Elden Root. We should have a somewhat warmer reception there, as I have known Queen Irene for quite some time. That being said, I expect... Greatly esteemed Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri, it is my great honor to present to you...
Vanus, you're so formal. I remember the patience and kindness you showed an awkward, freckled waif all those years ago on fair Somerset. You captured this child's heart then, and it remains with you to this day.
You warm an old man's heart, my queen. I remember well those halcyon days.
As do I, my old friend. Sorry about all these guards. I'm told they're necessary. These are dark days.
A wise precaution, my queen. My counsel would be no different. If you'll permit it, my companion would like to speak with you.
Ah, yes. Let me meet this hero I've heard so much about. It's not often the heroic deeds of one who by all rights should be considered a mortal enemy reach my ears. Come, let's talk. Vanus is a dear man. In many ways, he is family to me. Since he has given you his trust, I'm willing to set aside. Well spoken and point taken. To be perfectly... A true champion is like a stone cast upon the waters of history. The ripples... Humility is a noble thing, but you must also remain strong and self-assured. A true champion is also history's pawn, and history is a cruel... And you need all three of the Alliance leaders to attend this meeting. A bold suggestion. I like it. Very well. I make...
I didn't think it possible. Well done! We have much to do. Really lovely cover. All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together. Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to... Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to Stirk. May Auriel's hand guide us. Please, the Alliance leaders are waiting.
Word has been given.
A moment, please! I'll wait for you on the other side!
Our representative, Captain Alfari.
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all 3 alliances are gathered. I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to trust one another. Perhaps you can help them see the wisdom in cooperation. I don't envy you the task. We've already assembled quite a team of experts for the Cold Harbor invasion itself. I'll try to introduce 2 kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you. Look! It's Lady Laurent!
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charms,
But
Lady
please,
Laurent.
don't distract me. If I don't finish packing Lady Laurent...
Breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice.
The summit is just ahead. The leaders
assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait to see what surprises Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanus. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins, haven't you finished time? I don't care who you are. If you can't carry my luggage, you're...
Farewell, milady. We must dash. We're expected at the summit. Wonderful. It's Tallinger. The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
Captain Alfari. Has the island been secured?
Aye. All ships in the area have been diverted away from the island, and the wards are in place.
And the Alliance leaders?
They'll be here any moment. You 3 should get over there as soon as you can.
We're on our way. Thank you, Captain. We must make haste.
Security couldn't be tighter. This should go off.
High King Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Irene of the Old Merry Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial city. I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emmerich.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the Ruby Throne. Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my lion guard.
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel. They've succeeded, willing and able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their...
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately. Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Cold Harbor. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected. An interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you...
Your king needs to stop talking out of the side of his mouth. He has a lot of Dominion blood on his hands. We're not... Is there? What did you have in mind? Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Cold Harbor to fully understand what they'd be up against. Well, it's certainly not what they'll be expecting.
This meeting feels like two wolves and a sheep discussing what to have for dinner. I will not sit back. That's more than I'm getting from them. What?
I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few.
All right then. I'll agree, provided you can convince the barbarian and the child queen. Save your breath. I will not be swayed, but what about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be back. Wizards and mercenaries against the daedra hordes without the Ebonheart Pact. How dare you? I should kill you where you stand. History...
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse? I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to... with very good reason. But the sooner they come to an agreement that... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching. I have an ill feeling about this.
He has arrived. I can't.
Galerian! What's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back. How amusing! And yet, so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Galerian!
Protect the leaders, defeat Molugbal's minions, and close the unstable raids.
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god of schemes grows... Agreed. There's no time to waste. Yes, at the Iliad Well at the center of the island. After that terrible display of power, I don't think... Honored leaders! You have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Cold Harbor!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanus is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Cold Harbor.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Hakruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanus.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
Stendarr, protect us all! We're as ready as we shall ever be. Unfortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped for. But now that Molag Bal knows we're coming, it's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Cold Harbor.
Hello, what's this? Survived then, have you? Jolly good. Jolly good. Rotten luck. They arrived in Cold Harbor, but in entirely different locations. Bloody unpredictable. Portals to oblivion. Not to... Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good. What bridge? Is there a bridge? Tricky things, bridges. Tend to have all kinds of hideous creatures living beneath them. Dreadfully dull place, and a real eyesore if you ask me, but I suppose it's where you want to start your quest. Quest? What? Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. Welcome to the beautiful gardens of Cold Harbor. Do have a look around. Lovely day for it. Soak up the ambiance, the grandeur, the wonder of it all. I have the oddest feeling we've discussed this before, or did I already mention that? No matter. I am Sir Cadwell, the Undaunted, Knight of the... am I not speaking the common tongue of Nirn? I was once fluent, but time does get on, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I forgot the question, though I'm quite sure. Did I? I don't recall that, but there is a bridge just ahead. Leads to the city, rather a drab, empty place at present, but a little paint, a pot... Same? That's in the north, isn't it? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. Your action consists of... You may refer to me as the groundskeeper, one of the few survivors that remain. The city's original name no longer matters. Now it is a hollow city, waiting to be filled. A perfect place it could be. There is no safer place in Cold Harbor, for Molag Bal's reach cannot extend into the Hollow City. That is what was intended, and that is the way it is. Watch and listen. While I could explain things to you, it will be better to simply show you. Long ago, this city existed in Nirn. It was alive and vibrant, and went by a different name. Its people were devoted to Prince Meridia, the Radiant One. They lived in peace and assumed themselves safe from any dangers. Meridia warded the city and pushed it into Cold Harbor. The city arrived intact, but many of its inhabitants were either killed or scattered by this realm's protective spells. Even the Ayleid king was captured. Still, Meridia had accomplished the impossible. She stabbed a dagger into Molag Bal's side. A portion of her realm was in his domain, and he could not touch it. The survivors lost faith, however. One by one, they left the safe confines of the city to try to return to Nirn. They were foolish, and they paid the price for rejecting Meridia's edicts. Meridia, I say that the day has finally arrived. The great mage, Vanus Galerian, the Ayleid king, and you, our last, best hope. You must gather your allies and bring them here. This city shall serve you well against Molag Bal. Know that every choice you make in Cold Harbor will have an effect on them. I am your advisor. We both wish to stop Molag Bal's machinations. You must gather those who were lost. King Dainar and Vanus Galerian have vital roles to play, and they must be at your side. You shall require more than just the king and the mage, of course, but they are as good a starting point as any. Others in this realm, as you seek out the mage and the king, I'm sure you shall meet others who require your aid. Look for those you trust. Go west, beyond the Moonless Walk. There you shall find the Ayleid king, held... I recommend heading west first to find the Ayleid king, but the choice is yours. If you wish to free King Dainar, you must recover the lights of Meridia. The lights have the power to unlock his prison of darkness. Originally, the lights were a gift from Meridia, power that protected the city and made life easier for its inhabitants. When she pushed the city into Cold Harbor, she filled the lights with even more of her divine power. King Dainar is trapped within a tower of darkness, bound by shadows and dark magic. As you no doubt noticed, Molag Bal's realm has its own defenses. Things that teleport onto this plane tend to get scattered. Rumors only, I'm afraid. I have heard tales of a strange prison to the northwest. A tower that is not a tower.